Hello and welcome to this video. In this video we've got a really special guest for us, and we've actually got Sabrina from the Apprentice. I'm going to let her do a little intro in a moment. Now what we've got with her is we're going to sit down and talk to her about two different topics. One on this channel and one over on our other channel. With that in mind, let's go straight into our first topic. Our topic's really simple. If you think about it, we talk about a lot about cloud accounting, QuickBooks Online, and we take that for granted. But actually, what is the benefits of it? Why do businesses gravitate towards cloud accounting? What's the reasons why actually for people who may not have any interest really in the day-to-day running of their accounts, but what do they benefit from actually having access to that data to make those strategic decisions and have a look at it? One of the great things about having Sabrina on the show is that she's got many a different company. And with that, having that and chance to be able to see all those different cogs and how they all work and how everything goes around is actually really, really important. So what we're going to do today is we're going to sit down with her and we're going to talk about exactly how she... So we're going to sit down with her and we're going to talk about exactly how she uses that information. And I think you're going to find it really, really interesting. So don't miss out on finding out exactly why Sabrina uses cloud technology going forward.
I told him I can be a fighter if you want. I'll be there to catch you if you fall. I can make it brighter when it starts. I told him I would do it all for you, and I know you do it for me.
Hello and welcome to this video. My name is Aaron Patrick. I'm a chartered accountant, certified UK trainer from Intuit, and also that QuickBooks chap on the internet. Now, as my role as head of accounts over at Boffix, it is something that gets asked of me quite a lot. And what we want to do is want to cover this topic in a lot of detail to make sure that we give you the information you need. And that's what this channel is all about. It's making sure you, as a small business owner, gets the support you need for the information that you require. So why not look at giving us a like and a subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss out on content like this. Furthermore, we're looking to make sure that Sabrina becomes a regular guest on here. So the more likes, the more subscribes we get, the more chance we're going to get that as a reality. If you're one of those 80% of us who are listening to this and are not subscribed, then please consider dropping a subscribe as well. With that being said, I'm going to let Sabrina introduce herself and then we're going to get straight into it. So stay tuned for some really good content that's going to help your business go forward.
Hey guys, my name's Sabrina. I'm 25 years old. Currently living in Dubai, formerly in London. I was on the BBC One show, The Apprentice, a couple of years back, battling it out against Lord Sugar in the boardroom, getting down to the final five. I currently own 5 different businesses: a tennis agency, a PR agency, a coaching business, a subscription service, and also a procurement management agency. It's been a lot of fun. I'm an absolute geek when I come to numbers, so I'm very excited to be talking about this with all of you today.
All right, okay, so Sabrina, the topic we're going to throw at you today, hopefully it'll be a nice straightforward one for you and something you're more than happy to talk about. So why cloud accounting? What does that kind of give to you? So obviously we've pushed you down the QuickBooks Online route and we made sure that that's what you use for your businesses, but what benefits have you been getting from it?
Thanks, Aaron. Well, you don't have a business unless you understand your numbers, and cash flow is probably king. Like, that's the most important thing within your business. If you're not making sales, if you don't know how much money you've got in your business, you don't know where you are. And if you want to be able to focus on the high level things, or even just expand your business, you have to be certain about what your numbers are. So you know what your budget is, you know how much money you need to put aside for tax, you know that you've got enough money to pay staff. So having this system for me is just giving me peace of mind. Previously, I wasn't 100% sure of my numbers. I even studied accountancy and finance in my MBA, and I still don't think they covered it enough. But actually having this system, it just breaks it down very clearly, and therefore I'm able to look at my business analytically and through the numbers rather than how I think the business is going. And for me, that's a much more effective way to actually make decisions.
Yeah, it's really impressive, isn't it, when you think about how far we've come over such short time. When you think about, only 5 years ago, it was all about the case that you had to have everything installed on your computer, and that was the only time you could access it. And you then had to pass around all your data to all the different people who needed. It was making it really difficult to make business decisions, wasn't it? Whereas now, at the end of the day, you've got access to every single one of your companies from your mobile phone if you need to. and you can get the data from it there. Have you had any experience where that's become really useful?
Yeah, 100%. So especially when I'm looking at investment decisions, so whether that being investing in people, investing in materials, whether I'm looking to make the model leaner, that's when all my numbers come. And especially when you're out and about and you're busy and you might not have time to go down the old route of accountancy, or your accountant might be busy, so you can't get through to him. This way, it's just quick access. And it actually allows you to understand the process yourself rather than being reliant on another person.
And prior to QuickBooks Online, you never really had any experience or exposure to cloud accounting before. Has it been an easy experience for you? Was it straightforward to set up, or how have you found it so far?
Super straightforward to set up. I definitely say a lot of that actually attributes to Aaron's team, just because they showed me how simple it was. Prior to that as well, I was using an Excel spreadsheet, and actually looking back, there's so much more that I could have been doing that I know if I'd have done this before, I'd have made decisions differently within my business.
That's great to hear. So QuickBooks Online or any type of software that's out there, it's all designed to try and make it more collaborative, isn't it? Have you ever used it in that sort of way? Is there any kind of tips you can give people of how getting the greater team involved, not just your accountant, but is there any kind of benefit of having anyone else in your organization being involved in the numbers?
100%. Like, I think there's so many different scopes here. Firstly, it's decision making, right? Like, as a business owner, you should be the only person making decisions. Your team should have autonomy to make decisions themselves, and therefore one of that decision making process is looking at the numbers. So if you can give them a certain amount of access to how much you want them to see, they can also base their decisions on the numbers as well. But it also allows you to rationale different things. And then on the flip side of that, it's a massive motivator, because when you've got your KPIs in place, it's a very transparent different aspect, and your team might pick up on things on their level that they can reduce costs or increase income here, and that's going to affect your overall KPI. So having your team involved means they feel like they have more autonomy, and they want to be more in. Like, if they're more brought into the decision-making process, then they're more likely to actually get to that end result because they feel like they've had a part of it as well.
Yeah, no, I think that's really important that you say that. I think the fact that you're getting people involved and you kind of letting part of your team know the KPIs and know how your business is doing means that they're more involved in it and more willing to die for the sword and everything else that goes with it. So when we kind of think of your different hats, so you've been really successful in businesses you've done so far, and you've got lots of exposure and experience from that. And one of the things you've done with that experience is you do consulting for others, isn't it? Would this sort of software help you kind of go down that consulting route? Is that something that you would find useful for your clients or people that you're consulting for? Do you see any benefit of seeing the numbers that way?
Yeah, 100%. Usually when I'm taking on especially more of a long-term consultancy contract, we deep dive into the numbers and we'll look through balance sheets, we'll look through P&Ls. And the majority of the time, the owners are like, I don't know, I need to speak to my accountant. But actually, if we had all the information there, it would make it a lot easier to be able to track. And especially now that the markets are going, they're changing every single day due to the position we are in the world, now's the most important time to actually understand your numbers rather than hoping that they'll go away, because they don't go away. And if that happens, you'll probably fail as a business. And it's really important, especially when starting up, that your decisions are always based on your numbers.
Definitely. And we've got this opportunity as well. You're saying that you're not living in the UK at the moment. You're outside the UK. So has that affected it any time? Has that been a benefit to you, or has it hindered you, or how's your experience been with QuickBooks over there?
For me, it's been a massive benefit, actually. Obviously, different time zones. Dubai is 4 hours in front of the UK. So if I need to log on and find out where I am in terms of my accounts, etc., then I'm able to do that straight away rather than waiting for the UK to wake up.
Yeah, it makes sense, doesn't it? It does make sense. So you've got this opportunity then to log on, not just on your computer, but you've got on your mobile phone. Have you tried that experience yet? How's that differ, or how's that compared to the desktop experience?
Relatively easy. If I'm making big decisions, then desktop. If I just want something quick, then I can just do it on my phone.
It makes it easy, doesn't it? It makes it really easy. Brilliant. Well, I think that's pretty much all the questions I've got for you regarding this. So thank you very much for your time.
Thanks, Aaron. See you soon.
No worries. And there we have it. A nice little insight from Sabrina there on how QuickBooks Online and any cloud-based solution can help your business. Now, it's really important that we see that and we see that it's working in practice. It's all well and good me telling you as an accountant that it works wonders and it makes your life easier and everything else, but actually hearing it from someone else and listen to how they have benefited from this technology is really insightful. That's not the end of that conversation though. We carried on and we talked about how to be more resilient in business and everything else over at the Bofix Tax Tip channel. So if you like this content, if you're excited to listen to some more of what Sabrina's got to say, head over there and you'll be able to get some insight from there as well. This has been a really useful piece of content and hopefully something that you found useful and found satisfying. Make sure you do a like and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more content like this. We're sure to get Sabrina on again to go through and talk about some more little insights and excitement that we've got coming up. So as always, it's been an absolute pleasure to do this video for you, and I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.
I told him I can be a fighter if you want. I'll be there to catch you if you fall. I can make it brighter when it's dark. I told him I would do it all for you, and I know you do it for me too. I can be a fighter if you want, if you want. Yeah, I can be a fighter. I can be a fighter if you want. I can be a fighter if you want. All the way that I feel, yeah, I know that it's real, 'cause I can get him out of my head. I don't care what we do, everything's feeling new. Even if we stay in bed, my heart is saying yeah, 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 yeah. You know I want him, nah, 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 nah. My heart is saying yeah, 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 yeah.
Hello and thank you for watching that video. What you may not know is this channel that you've watched this video from is part of a wider group. That wider group is called AppleCore Production. And the 3 channels that we have involved are as follows. Aaron Patrick, the QuickBooks Chat, Bofix Tax Tip. Finally, we have AppleCore Live and Geeky. All the links and everything are down below in the description, but it really means a lot to us if you can go and give a like to the other channels as well.